Welcome to our weekly review. We're going to be going over the trades for the last week here, the end of January. Now, January was the first month back after the holidays, so we had seen some rockier weeks and some good weeks, and overall, we're going to go over the month's trades as well as just this week to show you an idea over a larger sample size what really we can do here. First of all, this week was a little bit of a rocky week. We really didn't get a lot of good trades because for the majority of our mornings we were riding in tight ranges. We had a lot of good pushes, but it was just difficult when you're dealing with ranges to really be able to capitalize on some good running trades. And so we can see here that we had a setup right at the bottom where the support developed, and we had another trade right here, a potential to break through this resistance that developed. And so what I'm going to represent here is not necessarily the patterns that we see. Oh, by the way, this was a really nice trade right off the bat. I placed an order on this and it got skipped, so I actually didn't make anything on that, but I would have been probably done for the day after that trade had I been able to catch that one. Instead, I made 5 ticks on this trade here. This was a tricky trade. One right after a good strong push going right into support. The reason I took it was I felt like it was going to break and go through. Ended up just punching enough to make my 5 tick profit target, which isn't a lot. That's just a scale out of my position, and then it turned right around on me. So I did make a little bit of profit that day right there. Not too much. I passed on this trade just simply because of the nature of the way the market was moving. I wasn't feeling it, so I only made 5 ticks. Now the next day I actually took a hit, a real big hit for what I usually take here. You know, taking these trades, I ended up losing 4 ticks, or excuse me, 8 ticks and 12 ticks, and then I made it back here on this signal I made back 9 ticks, but I actually was in the hole now. So at least for the week goes, I was down in the negative. But you know, when you're trading, that's a risk you're taking. You are going to lose some, and you have to accept that. The next day, I made it back. 1 trade is all it took, and this actually was a really big running day. I wasn't able to capture all of the market move in this, but this ran several points here on the Russell, and it was just a big push. We only had really one good setup going into it. Within the first 60 minutes of the market, there were a few others that trailed on after our 60-minute trading time. And again, you know, we trade with you for 60 minutes a day. If you want to trade more, that's fine. But we had one good trade. That's all we needed there. The next 2 days, we didn't have anything. Just a very flat day. No real signals to trade on that. Came close. There were tempting times, but the volume was just terrible. You can see how low the volume was there. Just not great for trading there. And then the day after that, some good pushing going on, but our setups were just not developing the right way, and so I didn't pull any trades out of Thursday or Friday. Ended up only 9 ticks for this week. That's, you know, really low actually, but you can't compare your results on just a week's worth. You can't look at daily gains and losses or weekly gains and losses and really get an accurate picture of how you're trading. You really have to measure yourself on a large sample size of trades. So what I did was I posted here my monthly results. As you can see, I did take several hits this month. I took 14 ticks there, only lost 2 there, lost 8, 2, 8, 12, and a break-even day. So I'm actually taking a lot more losses than I normally do in a month. My normal loss record for a month is a little lower than this, but for having that many losses, I actually had 2 losing days. So I'm able to offset a lot of these losses most of the time. Coming into the statistics here now, we're looking at 22 trades for the month, 15 wins, 7 losses for a 68% winning average. Now this took a hit for me because most of the time my winning average is for a month 70 or above, and I really strive to make it at least at that level. This month it was 1 trade that took me below that 70 mark, and you know, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. That happens. I'm going to show you my results because I think one of the biggest things you can do to hurt your trading education is come in with false expectations or unrealistic expectations. If you come in with unrealistic expectations of what you're going to be able to do in the market, then you're going to get frustrated really quickly. And all too often, training programs out there try to inflate your expectations so that they can charge you and overcharge you for their education and then walk away with a bunch of money. A lot of programs out there do that, guys. You got to be careful with what you pay online. Keep your tuition costs as low as possible. Now, out of this month, I was able to hit 110 ticks. To give you an idea of what that means, we talk in terms of ticks. It's the smallest increment of movement in the Russell here, and one tick is worth $10 per contract. So what this means for you, if you were thinking about learning how to trade or interested in learning so, essentially what I'm going to do is teach you how to start with one contract. Be consistent with one contract and slowly and gradually start building your account to expand and add contracts. Now this is going to be up to you how many contracts you trade. It's also going to require a balance of your own psychological discipline and your comfort level, your risk tolerance, your goals, and your personality. But ultimately you can decide how far you want to increase this. If you want to trade one contract, 110 ticks is 1,100. Two contracts doubles it. 3 contracts and 4 contracts. So there is a lot of potential here if you can be consistent. And consistency is the key. Now look, people join or trading programs or get involved with the stock market to make money because the stock market has an enticing value of being able to make money for people, right? Well, this is one of the keys that I'm going to teach you. If you come in with your first expectation to make money, you're most likely going to lose it. Okay? There's an approach you've got to take here, and it's really being able to balance the psychological aspects of trading. Good traders, their first priority is to protect their capital. Okay, they're taking very calculated risks in doing this. They're going to protect their capital, and they're going to pass on any trades that don't look comfortable for them to risk money in. If you can learn to do that and practice good money management, the money will follow. Most of the time, not as dramatically as people come in with false expectations thinking that they're going to have overnight success in the market. This really takes a lot of discipline, a lot of practice, and gradual development, skill development in doing. But trading is learnable. We can teach you how to do this. This is really one of the best programs I've been able to put together, I've been able to find because of the value you're getting for the money. All too often, again, I think people get overcharged for trading programs and don't get the value that they really should get from these programs. What we've got here is an online library with videos and training materials so you can learn around your own schedule, and we don't have to charge for our time because you can learn around your own time through the online library. But then we offer a live trading room which will allow you to get that live support and trade with us. This is essentially you learn the fundamentals of our trading approach with the library around your schedule, but then tie everything together in a live trading environment. Along with this, we have weekly webinars for live support. Will allow you to come together as a collective group of traders. We'll discuss different aspects of trading, review some of the weeks and or questions or certain trades that people want. Really try to provide a lot of live support so that you don't feel like you're left on your own here. This is a very personal program, even though we've got a lot of people doing it. We provide you with professional charts or software if you don't already have a program. If you'd like, we can get this we have a selection for you to choose from, one that will feel most comfortable for you, and custom indicator settings to allow you to trade our strategy. Membership is only $99 a month. You compare that to a lot of other trading programs out there. I don't have to name them, but you can see them if you just Google. A lot of them cost thousands of dollars to learn. Right here, you're going to get a lot of the live support, basically a lot of the same stuff for a fraction of the cost here. We've got a live day trading crash course because, again, one thing I think is so important for people to understand is that coming into this, not every strategy fits every personality, every comfort level, and every goal people have. And so this strategy works, but it may not be the right strategy for you. I don't want people to come in who are not serious about learning this. So what we've done is provide a free day trading crash course at our website. You can go to it by logging in at learntowintrading.com. Give us a call if you have any questions about it. But what this will do is give you a series of videos to go through. It'll talk about the psychology behind trading, basically our fundamental approach in technical analysis, and then go into detail about our indicators and how we actually execute trades, and then sum it up with how we created trading plans around your personality, your goals, and your comfort level. It gives you live examples so you can see this in action, and really allows you to decide if this is something you're looking for, if this is going to fit your personality. If it's not, you need to keep looking, but if it is, this is a great solution for you to be able to learn how to trade the markets. If you have any questions, again, you can always call us. We're always happy to help. I'd love to talk to you if you have any questions. Otherwise, you can go to our website and learn more and follow our blog and see how we're doing. We hope to see you there.